Kevin McCloskey coming to you with the premiere edition, the world premiere edition of StableTalk, your Southwest Onslow Stallion post-game wrap-up. My co-host tonight is none other than the voice of the Stallions for the past 40 years, Billy Woodward. And Billy also holds another very distinctive long-term position. That is, he is my brother-in-law for the past 34 years. I don't know which is more prestigious, I'm just saying.
We won't say right now.
Billy, for a premiere edition, where do we go from here? 29-20 over the defending four-time state champions Wallace Rose Hill Bulldogs. Your position up in the box, what are your initial thoughts on this game?
First of all, I saw a swagger tonight out of this group that I haven't seen since the championship days in the mid-2000s when we were doing a lot of there. One stat that I had that I did not give at pre-game or anything, I did not want to stat, was this. In 9 regular season games, Stallions had a 6-3 edge. Okay? At home, they were 2-3. They're 4-0 on the road. They are now 5-0 at Wallace Rose Hill. We'll come back in December to play them here if they want us to, the way the things are tonight.
Yeah. Those are. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Those are amazing stats. Another amazing stats. I want to talk about this young man, B.J. Jordan.
B.J.
Ballpark, 30-something carries, 230-something yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception, a true difference maker on the field for the Stallions, a thoroughbred Stallion if there ever was one.
Absolutely, but also on this one tonight there on the defensive side, we had 2 interceptions, we had 2 fumble recoveries. They hit them hard enough to jerk that ball loose of the Bulldogs, and that's something that you don't generally see at all. Offensively, when we needed 4th and 1, we had Dugan, we had Hunter, and we had Hassett. I'm to the point right this minute here. Let me look real quick. Like Michael Turner, Turner and Dugan.
42,
yes, 42 and 44. Yeah. They just came in and got those yards when we needed them. The front line was moving again, Kevin, like they used to move in years past. This game is a pivotal turning point for the Stallions and fourth-year head coach Charlie Dempsey tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I just talked to him, and he's very jubilant, but also very down-to-earth, very well-grounded on this. Some key plays in the game, I thought, were Charlie's call to go for it. I mean, especially with 4th and 1 on our own 22-yard line with about 4 minutes to go, and then just a couple minutes later going for it on 4th and 1 again from our own 30-something yard line on the next
34.
series. That was guts.
Both of them, gutsy calls. But as in the past, the Stallion history is this. You go with what gets you there, and you go. And if you can't make 1 or 2 yards, then you need to pull the team off the field. And that was the mental capacity of the Stallions in the past. Charlie brought that back out tonight and did it. Next time it may not work, but at least they're going to know that he's going to try to do that down the road there. There you go.
Yeah, in late October, November, December, these memories are going to come back to them when they face a little bit of adversity. One thing I thought, something that crossed my mind midway through the third quarter was, they can't stop us. If we don't fumble, if we don't turn the ball over, if we don't get a penalty and get in a 2nd and 20 or whatnot, we're going to get a first down on 4 downs. It's just the offensive line was just getting such a push, and the running backs were doing such a good job. The quarterback made good decisions. I mean, it was just a total team effort.
There was a couple of times that the quarterback had the ball, and Thomas runs with that ball out to the side all the time and scared me to death every time that he would do those things. He's got to get it into the heart here, and that, like it's his baby, and keep it in there as we go along the way. Again, there's so many plays you can look at offensively that kept us going, like you were talking about the 4th and 1s. Defensively, Antonio Simmons hits one right here. I mean, a one-on-one, wide-open play that changes that there. They had the penalty. They come back on the very next play to try to get it. Antonio stops him. We get the ball. Very first play. Down the road, 70 yards later, we see B.J. in the end zone for the 7-0 score.
Yeah. One thing I want to give a shout out to Wallace Rose Hill. They are the defending state champions 4 times over for nothing. We were treated very nicely tonight. My first time ever to Wallace. No bad words, no animosity, congratulatory, total class from what I observed.
They are a class act. This is the 12th time that we have played them, okay? And they have always been that way to us. They always give us the better press box up there. We get on the first floor. We don't have to try to trek up to the Mile High Stadium or anything to do that. They always let us have. I guess they look at this bald head of mine and they look at Melvin and say, these 2 boys need the first floor, But they always, and they do the same thing when they come over to there. They're always helpful in getting the stuff that we need if we need some minutes there. Yes, that's a class act. They'll be here. They'll build on this big time. They'll be there in December.
We'll wrap things up. A huge win by the Stallions. The Stallions go at home. Go back to the Crown next week. Bring a White Oak across town. Got to get this victory and enjoy it for a day or two. Get it back and go back to work on Monday.
We want to see Stallion Stadium full of orange and black next Friday night.
Amen. Well, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me on the first one. Love it.